James Williams, thank you for coming by my tasting table. This outstanding gin is next. This is from Mexico City. It's called Condesa Clasica Gin. Stay tuned, I'll give you my thoughts, perspectives, and point score on this outstanding gin. Now, before I get started, please give a like and subscribe to this channel to see the latest videos that I'm producing. This is an outstanding gin. Let me show you the package up close. I think it's nicely sophisticated. It speaks of its homage. Coming from Mexico City, it reminds me of almost like a recycled glass material, which you'd find quite often in Mexico as well as Spain. And I like this imprint here on the glass itself. On the bottle, there's a wood top on that. And I think the artwork is absolutely outstandingly characteristic of what you might find in Mexico City. Also, I'm going to read a bit of the copy here on the ingredients. So this, so you know, is a London extra dry gin, and with a New World touch. As probably many of you know, I'm not a huge fan of New World gins because sometimes they're not that interesting or complex, but this is one where I find to be completely outstanding and uniquely a point of difference gin that is quite outstanding and holds up to any mix, any cocktail that you might create with this. So this is made with juniper berries, of course, Palo Santo, which I've never tasted in any spirit at all. This is also sage, jasmine, myrrh, lemon peel, orange peel, cedron, coriander seeds, elderflower, lavender, and rosemary, and 43% ABV. Now this is a house that was founded and created by women in Mexico City. The master distiller, her name is Hilam Salome, and so I think she's put together an amazing gin that is just so superb. I did taste it just this year in 2022. I've known about it and finally got to be able to taste this gin. I think there's a, especially for New World distillers, New World producers are really challenged with creating, in my opinion, a gin that has complexity, that really doesn't forget its homage of juniper, for example, and yet can bring in and fold in other materials to create that compelling distinction that I think this gin does present. Now, I think this is a really fantastic experience where it's innovative. I've never tasted Palo Santo on anything, even on food, even on another spirit, for example, and I think this is where it makes it quite interesting. There's also white sage. There's a prickly pear fruit called a Chocana Stele, and this is going to be something that's going to flavor, I would say gives almost a bright, slight floral characterization, but also gives much more of a clean, cucumber-like experience. There's one called Wheeler's Western Dry Gin, which I would also applaud for that experience of using a prickly pear fruit. Now, I understand that this particular prickly pear fruit, the Chocana Stele, is a sour fruit compared to maybe a prickly pear. I don't know the distinctions between the prickly pear fruits, but I would assume like anything else they can vary. Now that's also having orange blossom in this. So you're going to find another gin they do produce has orange blossom and rose. So while this does have the orange blossom and the rose in it, this is not the high level that you might find in the other distilled spirit of another gin that they do produce. So ingrained experience of sophistication, beauty, harmony. I know that's a lot to say for a gin, but this one definitely succeeds in that. So let me, when you're tasting a gin, a lot of people just take it and start mixing with it right away, which is fine, but you should also enjoy it on its own to really experience it and capture. And so I take a dessert glass like this and I'm able to smell this for what it is and the beauty and gorgeousness of this. So this is giving a nose of dried lemon peel, sage, forest floor, sanded cedar, white floral notes, and a bit of what I'd say compacted seashells as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Next, the palate characterization. So what I love about this is I'm getting a lot of things on this, and I like that complexity. I like the nuanced quality to it, but also its harmonious celebration of being a gin that is a point of difference gin. So London meets Mexico City in one bottle, if you will, on this very nicely harmonious, nuanced, characterized, complex gin. I'm getting notes of cucumber, white peach notes, as well as orange and yellow citrus, cactus flower, graphite, freshly cracked pepper, ground spice, And again, I would say some oyster shell note on this for a hint of salinity, but more that deep mineral notation. This is 98 points out of 100 points. More information on the producer down below. Questions and comments you can leave there. And thank you for watching this. Experience this gin. Tell me what you think. If you've tasted this before, what do you like to experience this with? It is absolutely delightful. Again, 98 points out of 100 points. Between videos, you'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. And be sure to share this video with somebody who's a fan of gins and who are really seeking out point of difference gins in their life. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. Salud.